Hello, I'm Jonasz Rewiński, and this is Break the Fake. They make them, we break them, and tell you everything you need to know. Controversial US television personality Tucker Carlson, known for his remarkable dislike of logic, has once again made a statement that baffles even people who wear tinfoil hats. On his show, he explained that female leadership leads to violence. He said, and I quote, "There is something about female leadership that very quickly leads to violence." That's an actual quote. And this time Carlson has surpassed even himself. According to what he seems to suggest, it is women who are effectively complicit in the extermination of Ukrainians. Yes, that's right. Not tanks, not rockets, not Iskander missiles, not Russia, not even Putin, but women. Also, he said all that while having an idle chat with none other than the infamous Alex Jones, which is probably all you need to know. Let's see what happens when these two get together and let their freak flags fly.
But female leadership leads to violence, and you see it. Bolsheviks' wives were more bloodthirsty than they were. I don't know exactly what that is. I think weak male leadership incites something in women that's really dark. But yes, there's something about female leadership that gets you very quickly to violence. And you see it in the support for the Ukraine war, which is like the murder of an entire country's male population.
Ursula von der Leyen, the unelected EU head, literally talking about there's too many humans, we need depopulation. You pull it up, and we're going to beat Russia, no problem. And I'm sorry, like, I have no respect for her because I guarantee she's never been in a fist fight, much less she's not been in the military. I mean, it's like, it's crazy.
But there's a cruelty there.
Thing is, this female-induced aggression theory is hardly watertight. Take Russia, for example. No female leadership anywhere in sight, just men with inflated egos. Lenin, Stalin, Putin, the list goes on. Are any of Putin's mistresses secretly the warmongering femme fatales who plot the fall of nations when they are not shopping in Paris or London? Guess we'll never know. The closest to the devil on Putin's shoulder, which is a bit like saying the devil has another devil whispering to his ear, but whatever, is Alexander Dugin. Evidently a Rasputin-type figure, sure, but nothing feminine about him. You do actually have some evil ladies in Moscow pushing the propaganda narratives, like Margarita Simonian, but they're all pawns in Putin's game anyway. Carlson is no stranger to the genre of men who fear intelligent women. He has long viewed European female politicians with suspicion, from Finland's Sanna Marin to EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. His logic is simple. If a woman is, for example, the defense minister, she obviously dreams of war. After all, male generals have never bombed anything in history, right? When Carlson says that Ukrainian women are somehow responsible for extermination of the male population, one instantly wants to ask, is he even aware that it is Russian troops who are attacking Ukrainian cities every day? Or perhaps, in his vision of history, this is simply a female conspiracy against masculinity. Also, Tucker says all this while saying that he is not anti-women. Right. Almost like the classic meme, I'm not a racist, but, followed by some Ku Klux Klan nonsense. I love women, but I think they cause aggression, war, and genocide. In Tucker's little world, it probably all makes sense. I imagine Carlson associating with Alex Jones also makes sense. Both must be feeling alienated now, given how their love of Russia no longer has any backing in DC. I mean, Trump's talking tomahawks for Ukraine now. Hegseth is talking stronger NATO. I'm shocked Tucker is not molding by now. Mad to the point of balding, for those whose knowledge of slang ends in the 1990s. But even as Trump's team engages in serious politics, tightening the news on Moscow's energy trade, Tucker is left to ponder the threat of evil Amazons and feminist conspiracies with Alex Jones. Imagine, by the way, what would happen if those sinister females teamed up with the gay frogs Alex had once spoken about. The end of the world as we know it. Russian TV presenter and Moscow's top propagandist Vladimir Solovyov has opened his mouth again. And yeah, we need to reset our imaginary nuke threat counter yet again, as it is 0 days since Russia's last threat involving an atomic bomb. Tough luck. This time, the Kremlin's chief mouthpiece suggested using the British Isles as a testing ground for the new super weapon that Putin recently spoke about.
Да нам пофигу, сколько ракет они собираются отправить. Если они уничтожают наши центры принятия решения, автоматически работает рука смерти.
Да, комплекс «Периметр». Я к чему это говорю? Что здесь с Россией понятно, что мы будем противостоять, понятно, что тут нужно создавать совершенно другой род воздействия, но запуск даже одного томагавка по территории нашей страны позволит им определить нашу реакцию на те или иные действия.
Дмитрий Анатольевич дал понять, это начало ядерной войны, и, соответственно, мы должны будем нанести удары сначала по местам хранения и дислокации пусковых установок носителей ядерных запасов и по центрам принятия решения, чтобы 2 раза не вставать, пролив имени товарища Сталина, ну и заодно смыть к чертям собачьим этот непонятный маленький британский плевочек.
Возвращаясь, кстати, к Британии и нашей реакции, президент достаточно недвусмысленно намекнул, что мы выходим на испытания тех изделий, которые мы говорили, а речь идет, скорее всего, о уже финальной стадии Посейдона.
Увидим.
А для британцев это сложнее. Или ракеты «Буревестник», то есть что-то стратегическое.
Главное, на правильном полигоне испытать. Вот в прошлый раз очень хороший был выбран полигон, Южмаш, да? По Южмашу орешник испытали. Очень правильное решение. Здесь можно по Британским островам, если Посейдон.
Judging by Solovyov's tone, the idea of bombing Britain sounded like an invitation to a picnic. A little smoke, a few explosions, and no questions about The Hague. The propagandist clearly believes that nuclear war is entertainment. He probably expects to have a jury to do the ratings, like, you know, a bit like the Intervision, Russia's homegrown knockoff Eurovision. Imagine that. Wow, that was an impressive nuke threat. He just said he would vaporize an entire nation. 10 out of 10. Speaking of which, Solovyov also praised the strike on the Ukrainian city of Dnipro, saying that a very good testing ground was chosen. One can only imagine how this sounds to families who have lost loved ones to Russian missiles. But for Kremlin television, this isn't a tragedy. It is a successful test. And this is not the first time Solovyov has dreamed of a global catastrophe. His broadcasts are like a collection of how to stop worrying and learn to love nuclear war. He has already proposed to drown London with a nuclear tsunami, wipe out Paris, and turn Berlin into glass. All that remains is to announce a contest. Guess the capital of the next testing ground for Russian nuclear weapons. Spoiler alert, it's not going to be anywhere in Italy, since Solovyov had a bunch of luxury homes there that were seized by the authorities, but which he still probably hopes he can get back someday. Then again, if he doesn't want any mushroom clouds in his backyard, including that of his villa on Lake Como, then I guess he should read a bit about MAD. Mutually assured destruction, my man. In the world of nukes, there is no action without reaction. And with this, we conclude this edition of Break the Fake. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.